Okay, I've had to do this intro like 3 times because the wind is ridiculous. It is busy. It started raining there for a second. I've got my tourist rain jacket on. But yes, guys, welcome to another Friday staycation where we are going around as many 5-star hotels in London as possible. I am right down on the river. I can see Big Ben, Elizabeth Tower, Parliament, and yes, the London Eye. This is the middle of tourist heaven. Okay, it's windy. Let's go and check in and see what you get at this 5-star hotel right on the River Thames. Okay, which brings us to the 4th floor. I like the artwork, very fun, very fun. Really interested to see how modern this is, or if it's a little bit dated. I mean, the office there, that's kind of random. I think this is going to be hopefully nice and cozy. So yes, County Hall I did look up, and it originally opened in 1922. And it's a grade 2 listed building, so we're going to see hopefully loads of amazing like stone details. There is a massive pool in here somewhere, and my room is somewhere. So this will be nice, I don't know, traditional, because I know a lot of people are not loving the modern hotels. All the way down the end. So I paid £720 for my room, which includes breakfast. We shall see in the morning. Now, very quickly, you can get entry rooms from around the £450 price point. I did overpay because I booked it last minute. Also, we have a family room. Yeah, we have a family room. I did say to them I didn't need a family room, but I think that's all they kind of had left. So we have 2 double beds. People have been asking me to show hotels that have got 2 double beds. There's not that many. I know in America it's a lot more common, but we have this L-shaped room. We've got a nice lounge area. I'm going to very quickly whiz through because I did pay a smidge more because I wanted to see what my view would be like. I did pick the view option. It probably looks a little bit backlit, but a view of Big Ben, Elizabeth Tower. Yes, Big Ben is the belt inside, but we call it Big Ben. Look at the view. People are out on their city cruises. And below us, I think, is like the Shrek adventure and the aquarium. We've got the London Eye will be. Oh, I don't think we can quite see it. Not quite. Oh, I love it. Thames rockets. I'm a bit scared to go on those crazy speedboats. But what a stunning view. I actually think, you know, when you see stuff on Instagram and you're like, oh, I bet the view's never actually like that. There we go. You can save about 100 quid or so without a view. But I must say, I feel like this is a lot more modern in a really nice, fresh way. I thought they were going to be a bit dingy, these rooms. I really like the panelling. In the main hotel, we will see more of the 100-year-old oak panelling throughout the whole, yeah, grade 2 listed building. Big size TV. We've got a nice console-y, what's it doodah. Nice sofa. It looks really nice and clean. I keep forgetting to show you the dust test. Should we do dust test already? Clean. Oh, that was a loud slam. Let's hope we don't hear that in the night. Very clean, very clean. But we've got a little tea station, coffee. Makes me laugh a little bit. It's like a school desk. I'm gonna have to try and work on that. I like a normal chair, but anyway. Yeah, there's no like desk. I guess that's the desk area, obviously. They opted for that rather than one against the wall. But it looks like this place is in pretty good nick. Oh, that's on my key card. Nice little side table. Yeah, this is nice. I think it's a little bit more kind of work trippy, I guess, it being a Marriott. I was hoping for a little bit more colour in the room, but we'll see what the rest of the hotel is like. But this entranceway, which is the kind of extra bit that you have versus a standard room, not the most a great space, to be honest. I don't know what else they could have done, but I really like that hanging mirror. I love the wallpaper. Camberwell. Oh, we're in South London now, on Spitalfields. So fun. Wait, where do I live? No, I'm not going to tell you where I live. Anyway, massive double doors. I do like these. Into what is a really beautiful bathroom. Now, this is a very expensive room. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm getting attacked by the doors. There's no bath. I know this is classed as a family room. I guess if you have little kids, you would need a bath, right? That was the preference. yeah, I think it's a little bit disappointing. Seems to be £650 and above that you get a bath in these 5-star hotels. It's ridiculous, ridiculous. So yeah, I'm just trying to think what this is comparing to. It's about the same as the Barclay that we went to. Don't know if you saw that one a couple of weeks ago. And then the Corinthia, which is not too far from here, and it has an amazing spa. You're paying for the location here, let's be real. So, but bath aside, a pretty nice shower, a huge shower head. I really like the tiles. It feels pretty fresh, looks pretty clean. I think the towels look a little bit lackluster, they look a bit crunchy. Really like that. Is it vanity, is that what you call this? Bit of dust, we'll ignore that. We have Molten Brown. God, I've seen Molten Brown in a while. And what else have we got? Shampoo, conditioner, and your essential bits. Yeah, it definitely feels more like a kind of normal business hotel when it comes to the towels. I don't know if it's been the best use of space, but then again, what else could they have done? I'll quickly show you now before I carry on, but as you can see, I'm in this bigger room. These rooms, yeah, were a couple £100 cheaper, but they just weren't available. I'm on the riverside. The river is here, the River Thames. The London Eye is about here. You can get these rooms. These are the lofts where you have, like, hopefully I'll put up on the screen, like stairs up to the circle window. So this is definitely, there's obviously quite a few floors, but a really great room. Not sure how else they could have designed it, but you know me, I love a nitpick. But either way, I do like this dark wood. I really like these handles. These are really nice. I have actually got 4 robes. One was in the shower as well. It's fine, it's what it is. Iron, umbrella, much needed. Guys, it was like weather warning. And I was like, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to walk across Westminster Bridge with my suitcase. Wind blowing everywhere. Good times. Do you know what? I actually really like this copper colour. I've not really seen that. Is that what you call it? Nice, nice. All your bits and bobs. Assuming there's a safe in there. We have slippers and a regular hairdryer. Oh, chuck those on, they look like they're Marriott branded. Also, loads of people were like, Hannah, these aren't speakers to like play your tunes. It'll be for like announcements if there's like an emergency or you need to, yeah, get out the room. But anyway, what do you think, guys? I actually kind of wish they hadn't gone with the grey and it was more of like a dark purple or something, because I could imagine on a dark day this gets a bit dingy in here. But either way, coving, is that what we call it? I really like that double detail. That's stunning. I like this leather lamp. I think that's a nice, I think the warmth is nice. Do you know what I mean? It's like warm Christmas lights. I don't like cold Christmas lights. Yeah, little notepad cards, pen. You know I love a pen. Oh, does this open? Maybe it's a fridge, we'll find out in a second. Here we go, people. We have a very small mini bar, but yes, Pringles, £7. Kit Kat, £7. Oh no, that's got to be the most expensive Kit Kat on the series so far. I know people keep moaning about me saying about price of Kit Kat. I don't really care, I'm going to tell you anyway. But yeah, in this series, is this a fridge? Oh yeah, it is. Everyone has been shook at the price of a Kit Kat. M&M's £7, gummies £10, protein bar £10. It's more money than the Ritz. Very nice for the glasses. I do like a little paper coaster. Right, I've managed to open it. I think I was being a bit cat-handed. Yeah, people are loving this like double fridge thing. We've seen this everywhere, but I am not taking any of those items at all. Should we have a look and see? People always have a heart attack over the booze. £18 for the 50ml. I feel like they're usually 13 to 15. This is by far I'm going to say the most expensive minibar. Not necessarily the most premium, but definitely the most expensive. A Pepsi is £7. Whoa. Yeah, this is iced tea, £10. A Red Bull is £12. Marriott, I love you, but are you okay? That's bonkers. And a Peroni is £9.50. I think the most we've seen is a tenner. You can't have to laugh at this stuff. It's not what I thought, actually. In all these hotels we've been going to, we've been to some really bougie hotels. I would say with confidence, I can't be able to go through all my footage, definitely the most expensive, right? Is it weighted? I'm not touching a thing. But I do think for the price versus other hotels we've stayed in, let's be real here. If you can get one of these rooms, this room that I'm in, I paid $720, like I said, you can maybe get it for like $600. I did last minute it and it was a bit more than it should have been. I genuinely think that soft drinks should be included. We've got water. It's a bit cheap, Marriott. It's a bit cheap. We'll also see if there's any welcome thing. Quite often they wait until you've checked in and then they come along with a little sweet treat on the table, but fresh air is the starter. Right, we've got some London Marriott branded. I quite like that they've got branded water bottles. Those are quite fun. I'm really thirsty. Get one of those in a minute. Super shiny. Oh my God, the amount of people that have commented that they now clean everything with glass cleaner. And then other people in the comments are like, how have you not done this already? Anyway, Nespresso, Happy Days, kettle. And what have we got in here? A selection of, oh, got my cameras. Cameras on the plonk. Cameras on the wobble. Couple of English breakfast tea, peppermint, Earl Grey, Japanese, 6 pods. Do we have that long life milk? We don't. We have half a bottle of Moet, but no. I mean, UHT milk is UHT milk in my eyes. Yeah, nothing premium. There are no biscuits, which I think is a bit cheeky. Look, for the price, I think... Oh, there's a big slosh of water in there. I'll get rid of that in a minute. It feels a little bit cheap, all of this. There's nothing wrong with it. But again, I am here to review it as being like 5-star. I know that doesn't necessarily mean the room is nice. It's all about the amenities and services and stuff. So I think for the price, I'm a little bit disappointed in the finessing. I don't know, is that what we're calling it? We've got all the standard kind of Freeview channels. Oh, is that it? And Sky Sport. So yeah, not amazing, not terrible. And you can connect your device, which you can't always in all hotels. At the end of the day, you are paying for that view. But let's go and do some exploring of the hotel. Okay, let's do a little bit of exploring. What I do like is they have got this hallway and it's got old photos of the building like being constructed, which is quite fun. Removing the Roman ship from the County Hall site. What is this? Galleries? I do love all the old oak wood details. What's this? The library at County Hall. I think this is where I went maybe like 20 years ago. Yes, afternoon tea. So their afternoon tea is £70. It's kind of going rate now, isn't it? Or 90 if you want a glass, plus 12.5% service. I came here maybe like 15, how old am I? Maybe it was like 15 years ago. They have since painted it. It was very dark and dingy before, but now they have definitely brightened it up. It looks okay. Definitely a more informal one. You can really just wear like jeans and a t-shirt. So yeah, I'm not gonna go for afternoon tea today, but it looks all right. It looks a little bit like it needs some magic. On all the lifts, they have got like some paintings of different areas of London, and they have like a complimentary little sweet shop by reception. You can buy flowers for 35. I think they're complimentary. Candy store. It should be called a sweet shop. We're in England. Please enjoy a sweet treat with our warmest welcome. How nice. And you can buy some tins of biscuits as well if that's your thing. Yeah, I do like all the old oak. It still feels a little bit like a business hotel, I guess, being in Marriott. The interior design, I feel like could be a little bit nicer. What's down here? Meeting rooms, dining room. Oh, this looks rather nice. Should we go in here? Are we allowed in here? There are a lot of like work do's here. Oh, this looks nice. Oh, very nice, very posh. I feel like everywhere I've ever worked, we've never had like posh work events. I didn't want to film what companies, but yeah, quite a few people having work things here. I like all the old paintings, obviously being right on the Thames. There are quite a lot, Billingsgate, of references, which I really, really like. I kind of wish there was even more. What have we got down here? We've got coffee break. Don't think that's probably complimentary. That might be for the conference spaces. We're not gonna rinse, although tempting. Water, yeah, no, this is for the conference rooms. Just being nosy now. But yeah, I do like it, do you know what I mean? It just, a little bit of colour, a little bit of something. But then I feel like a lot of people are going to prefer this to, you know, the W Hotel. But yeah, I think as a hotel, this opened in 1998, so it's been around obviously quite a long time. Prior to that, obviously, it was County Hall. What are these? They've got numbers on them. I don't know what that would have been. Are they root? I don't know. Someone will correct me in the comments. What in the heck? We'll go downstairs in a minute. Bizarre mishmash of architecture. Oh my gosh. It's like a group project gone wrong. Let's see. Executive lounge, which I won't have access to. Fitness and pool. I think this is a big hook. Yeah, I don't know what lower ground is. That might be, I don't know, the Shrek adventure. It is such a mishmash though. Like the character artwork, pictures of the ships. I actually think this would have been nicer if they brightened it up, because it's obviously quite a dark hotel with the wood. I don't know, I'm not totally convinced on their interior choices. I mean, says the woman dressed in black. Like, it kind of feels like a business hotel. I mean, it's a Marriott. Like, what is that? That's awful. Oh, wow, okay. Whoa. That is quite the pool, 25 metres. Gosh, it's very humid up here. Oh, they could have done a bit more with the chairs. I think those are a bit sad. And I'm going to judge this on being £600-700 a night, where the Corinthia, I don't know, it's a tough one, but then we are right by the River Thames. I feel like the decor, it feels a little bit dated. We've got a few sad sunbeds down the end there. They look a bit grubby actually. Like, look at that sad seat. It just all needs a bit of a clean. A bit more of a leisure centre than a spa, but I guess it's just called pool and changing. Let's have a look at the gym. What have we got? I do really like the dark wood. Nice little station towels, drinks, no fruit, but quite a big selection. Oh, it's much bigger than it looked like on the website. All your techno gyms. Oh yeah, I need to I'm trying to get better at using equipment like I said this last few weeks. A lot of equipment that we haven't seen in other places. So this is a lot nicer than some of the others. It reminds me a little bit of the Rosewood in Holborn that we went to. But yeah, all the kit. Okay, I'm going to briefly interrupt myself because I know what you guys are up to. You're on your iPad, you're on your phone looking up hotels, looking up flights, thinking, oh, I think I can find a better hotel than Hannah. But make sure you're using a VPN when you are connected to the internet, when you're using Wi-Fi, and make sure you are using the fastest VPN in the world, NordVPN. With NordVPN, you can change your virtual presence to another country. So when you're on the internet, you can maybe buy hotels from another country, flights from another country, I don't know, a handbag or something you have been trying to shop, and quite often it is cheaper. And one of my favorite features is their threat protection, which is going to protect you from some nasty things like ads and trackers. And also, anyone can set up a Wi-Fi. How do you know it is legit? They can access things like your passwords and your banking details. And we haven't got time for that kind of drama. I feel like I need to be protected by the sun. I am not used to a sunny day in London. But guys, get yourself NordVPN today. Click the link in the description and we will give you an extra 4 months for free on a 2-year deal. They also have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Yes, click the link or just whack Hannah Ricketts in the promo code and that special offer will come up for you. So anyway, guys, let's continue the tour. I kind of want to do like a boat trip. I feel like even the London bus tours I should do. Sometimes when you live somewhere, you never actually get around to doing the touristy bits. Ah, what a lovely evening in the end. I'll nitpick a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. The sofa's got quite a bit of staining on it, which is a bit gross. And on the arm as well. I don't know, it doesn't feel like a £700 a night room, does it? So there's the steak restaurant, which is where you also get breakfast in the morning. So it'd be interesting to see what that's like. And that's it. So, I mean, look, if you're staying here, there's so much stuff around here anyway. But I think from a hotel perspective, it's a little bit limited. Although it says it's a £16.95 delivery fee for room service, 17 quid. So am I reading that right? That's ridiculous, along with the £7 Kit Kat. So usually there's a tray charge of like £5 to £10. 10 is the maximum we saw at the Shangri-La in the Shard. It's usually £5. And the reason I say that, I don't want to like go to the same restaurant twice. So I'll have a think about it, but we will go for breakfast. Might just go and get food from downstairs outside of the hotel, to be honest with you. But anyway, slippers, Marriott, embroidered. Yeah, I think they're okay. I think they're all right.
Okay, I'm going to be real with you. I went downstairs outside the hotel. Oh, let's not zoom in. And I got like a really nice chicken wrap for dinner, which was much needed, and some fries. I know people will think I'm being really cheap. I'm not paying £17 delivery on a £30-40 steak. That is obscene. So we'll see what breakfast is like. They put the slippers out on a bath mat. Got some water by the bed, and they have replenished. I've had a couple of drinks. They replenished that. I'm going to watch a very blurry old episode of Top Gear. You guys know me. But yeah, I would say, oh gosh, you're on the wonk. You've been drinking. I'm not sure how I feel about this hotel yet. We'll see how I sleep. You can hear a lot of people walking down in the corridor, and you can hear the doors slamming. So it's one of those where I think everyone can probably hear what I'm saying as well. So anyway, you're paying for the location. Let's be honest. It is a pretty good location. But I will see you in the morning. Night. Good morning, you guys. You can hear all the doors slam. It's really annoying. I think I was lucky because there's only one there. But yeah, some people can sleep through it. I didn't really sleep that well. The bed it's okay. It's a little like wiggly. One thing I do have to acknowledge, which I know is going to sound really, really petty, you know, I'm like, in all these hotels, right, I've been saying, oh, I wish there was like a lovely scent, you know, like when you go through the door. I don't know what the scent is that they're using in this hotel. You can smell it. There was like a waft of it while I was wandering around last night, the hotel. And then when I came into the room, obviously yesterday, I thought it was the smell of, you know, like citrus toilet cleaner, like bleach. I don't even know if it was citrus. You know, when it's like almost like one of those car smellies. Some people love them. I don't. I don't think I'm particularly sensitive to weird smells. But whatever they're using, it's not that it is so pungent. I'm literally like... Like I whacked the aircon up yesterday to try and like blast it out, but I don't know if it's, I don't know. I feel like saying to them, like, can you just tone it down a little bit? Look, looking at my notes, let's be real here. It is a nice Marriott hotel with okay bits. It's got an okay swimming pool, but obviously it hasn't got that kind of nice spa-y aesthetic that like hotels at the same price point do have. But I think for the price point, it not having a bath, it is expensive. Now, if you have this place booked and you want to be right by, we're not that near the station though. We're a good, I reckon we're about a 6 or 7, which sounds like a long time, not a long time, minutes from the station. Yeah, I don't know. I don't personally like this area, but if you're a tourist and you really want to stay here, definitely continue to stay here. But yeah, I think it just hasn't been particularly special. No biscuits. What's a girl gotta do? I feel like I'm gonna need a couple of cups of tea this morning to get going. Look at that view. However, I have to say, is she in my room? It's quite cool. Come on, camera. It's not used to daylight. Beautiful. Anyway, let's go get some breakfast. They're so loud. What a view. Very nice day. Got a nice view, although I feel like I noticed this in the shower actually. I haven't filmed it. The place just needs a little bit of a clean. It's a little bit grubby, not mega premium, but anyway, we're in what was obviously the steakhouse. I don't think I showed you the menu. It was a QR code. £17 delivery, but included in my stay is I get a cold plate. So I can go for, you know, a muffin, fruit, cereals, pastry, and then I also can get a hot plate. Vegan, veggie, breakfast burger, goodness. Pancakes, mushroom Florentine. I don't feel like I've seen that in a long time. And you can even build your own bagel. So I think hot food wise, I think there's quite a good selection. I'll have a think. Or you can go all out. I don't think this is included, but get a steak Benedict, goodness me. And then they did offer me apple orange juice. I've gone orange, and the lovely gentleman, they're very friendly, very friendly. It's come along with a pot of tea. It's kind of old school, I would say. Nothing wrong with it, but it's not premium. Oh my gosh, I look rather dishevelled. Yeah, I am trying to judge it being on a £600 to £700 a night. The premium elements, are there the details? I think at this stage it kind of feels like just a really, really good 4-star hotel rather than 5. I don't know. We'll see how the food is. For my cold course, everyone's going to roll their eyes. I went for the chia seed pudding. They put it in this kiln jar. I think the jar's a little bit big, but anyway. Yeah, this is quite nice. It's a little bit on the dry side, actually. I feel like they need a little bit more liquid or something in it, but I like the coconut flakes. Oh yeah, I do like the mango in that, chopped up into little cubes. And then my hot meal, I went for, oh God, what was it? Some omelette thing, spinach, and some toast. Got some nice bread with it that doesn't feel like it's been frozen on a branded plate. This looks pretty nice. Oh, hot smoked salmon and spinach, that was it. I'm trying to order something different in each one of these videos. But yeah, very nice. I feel like the eggs are good quality. You know when you get nice eggs? I know everyone always wants a buffet breakfast. I can honestly, I think it's a cost thing. I think most places don't do buffet breakfasts. I think we've only been to about 3. What's that noise? Have I trod in a pin? I think I've trod on a pin. Brilliant. Gosh, I don't know how I'm going to rate this because the food was nice. The service was lovely. It just hasn't got that like magic, as I keep calling it. I do think there's a little bit of, it just feels like a standard like nice Marriott hotel. It's so random. And when I make these reviews, obviously it's all relative to what you've paid. If I've only paid well, I say only, if this is £300 a night, maybe 400, I'd be like, wow, this is really good. Even if ignoring that I've got a bigger room, whacking one of the beds out, I don't know, I think a king bed or whatever, it's just really, 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 really expensive for what it is. I was looking, and I think the cheapest you can get like a normal room without a view, granted that was what I was trying to book but it wasn't available, is around the 480 price, which is still a lot, right? Actually, someone did, oh, these doors, make a point and commented the other day saying, do you get newspapers and magazines? Most of the hotels, yes, or there's like a QR code on the back, which is not what they have here. I didn't see any down there. I'm sure you could have asked, but I think it's little things like that. Oh, the view is pretty epic though. But there's little things like that I guess are missing versus like for like hotels. I feel like the other hotels are just stepped up the game maybe, I don't know. Big Ben, kids, Big Ben, Parliament. I kind of had to say it, right? Do you know, when I was younger, I used to always like the, what's the weird building next to it with the funny chimneys? I remember thinking that was like the most bonkers thing ever. Oh, love it. The refurb is pretty fancy. Also, everyone keeps saying to me to do the tour. There is a tour where you go up. It's really hard to get tickets. You cannot film. Obviously, they don't want you to, Guy Fawkes it up. Do you know what I mean? There was no welcome note. There was no little nibbles. I mean, it was not all about the snacks and stuff, but I guess, I was thinking, Hilton Doubletree, do they still give you cookies when you check in? I used to always go to one in Manchester, and they used to always give you a warm cookie in a bag when you checked in, like a little, so yeah, I think there's just details missing. Like, I haven't noticed there's no like, there's not really, there's no plant or flower in the room. It feels like more of a, I mean, it's a Marriott at the end of the day. It feels a bit tight on the details. I mean, even like £7 for a Kit Kat, I appreciate not many people are going to be buying it. There's no soft drinks, there's no welcome drink. A couple of, I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit fussy, but I have really enjoyed the stay here. I think the room is lovely. I think the location is obviously fantastic. Look, if you're a tourist coming to London, I guess it's like saying to a New Yorker, would you like to stay on Times Square? Westminster Bridge, that's the bridge out here. To me, these days, unfortunately, it is not great, so do be careful. I know you want to get your photos. There's a lot of scammers on that bridge pretending to do like the cup game on the floor.
pickpocketed, stuff like that. I mean, you are in, you're in London, you're in a city in the day, so just be careful. I would say even if you're walking across here with your suitcase, have your wits about you. With your phone, there's a cycle lane, you can easily get your phone snatched. Not really selling London here, am I? But yeah, I'm just saying that, like, obviously this is in the middle of tourist central, literally the Shrek adventure is underneath us. So yeah, some people want to be in this area. Other people I know are going to comment saying, no, I'd rather be in Mayfair. I'd rather be in, near, I don't know, South Kensington, near the History Museum, Science Museum. Some people would rather be in East London. I went to the Virgin Hotel over in Shoreditch a number of weeks ago now. So this is personal preference. I'm going to try not to put that too much into my rating. The bedding is fine, is exactly the same bedding that you would get, I would probably say, at any Marriott hotel. Remember, this is a 5-star one. This is kind of like a bougie one. The mattress on reflection, I was just sitting on it again, just sending a couple of texts, and I was like, oh God, yeah, this mattress, it just feels really wiggly. It feels quite cheap. Nothing wrong with it, but again, basing it on a 5-star hotel, I think it's a little bit cheap. The towels were mega, mega crunchy. The robe definitely needed replacing. I mean, most robes aren't that soft, but I think they probably should spend a bit of money doing that. Yeah, I would say I'm a little bit torn on this one. Looking at TripAdvisor, it has amazing reviews. People really, really, really love the location. I probably would say if you're desperate, obviously, to be in this area, of course you're paying a premium. Actually, there's two Premier Inns next door. There's one across there and one by Waterloo Station. So it's a great location. You are a good 5 to 7 minute walk, maybe 7 to 9 actually, minute walk from either Westminster or Waterloo. So you're not, as a Londoner, you're not like right on the tube station. There's just been a few little things like the breakfast, for example, although it was fantastic. When I did a call up about room service last night, they were like, oh yeah, you order it on the app. So it feels quite like a third party, which happens with restaurants and stuff. But yeah, when I said, oh, like, where's breakfast served? And they said, obviously it was down in the restaurant that we just saw. And they said, oh, breakfast is not included in any room service, which kind of actually on reflection, I'm like, this is the only hotel that hasn't offered breakfast included in your room, available for room service. I mean, I would have gone to the restaurant anyway, but yeah, everywhere we've been, you just had to pay the £5 or £10 tray charge. Most places have been £5. So based on this being, I'm going to whack it up as £700. I feel a bit harsh, but I actually don't think I can give it more than a 5.5. Now, I think people are going to think I'm being really harsh there. Maybe I am. Feel free to rinse me in the comments, but I don't feel like this is a 5-star hotel. And kind of when I woke up this morning, I was a bit like, I don't know why I've done a video on this hotel actually. There's nothing wrong with it. If you have it booked, keep it booked. The things that I'm nitpicking at, I think it's, easily fixed. I just think it's so expensive for what it is. Appreciate I probably overpaid by about £100. But yeah, the entry room, you're not going to really get it very often for under 500. And thinking about the other hotels we stayed at, like the W Hotel, the Londoner, gosh, where else have we been? Even the Savoy was like for like price. The Barclay, if you can get it, is only really a smidge more than what we've paid here. Right, I'm gonna stop waffling now because I think I've waffled for about another 3 minutes. But yeah, let me know, what do you think? It's just a nice Marriott. Maybe my expectations were too high based on the price, but also the hotel is mega busy and it looks pretty booked up. So I guess this entire video is completely irrelevant because everyone's coming here anyway. But for me, this was just a really nice 4-star hotel. There's nowhere to see Big Ben if you're not in a room with a view, unless you're in the executive lounge, which I'm gonna assume is on that side. So just the last thought was, oh, look at the boats. Oh my God, I'm getting distracted. What a beautiful, beautiful day. Anyway, thanks guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. God, it's a bit choppy, isn't it? And I'll see you in a few days' time. Now remember guys, if you can't be good, my gosh, do be careful. Bye guys.